What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and I am very happy to announce the official Madden 21 release date of August 28th. You guys may have known that already based on the pre-recorded things that EA had already had up on YouTube showing you the release date, but we're going to be going over some more important things, and that's specifically for my MUT guys. All right, now, if you don't play MUT, you're a franchise guy. There hasn't been a lot of things about the franchise. I haven't played a Madden franchise since, I want to say, Madden 17. So that hasn't been my focus. The game has really geared itself towards MUT. Like, it's either MUT or bust, in my opinion. I haven't seen as many franchise people, you know, like only the diehards really have those modes, but we're going to be going over the basis of, you know, Madden Ultimate Team and, you know, what you get with these actual Madden 21 pre-orders and the 3 versions that are available. Now, this is going to be the standard version right here, okay, guys? You cannot get the game 3 days early. You are going to get it on that 28th of August release date. You're going to also get your choice of a uniform pack. You're going to get a choice of one of the 32 elite players from the Team Elite pack. And then you're going to get 5 MUT Gold Team Fantasy packs. Now, if you guys go back to my video when we spoke about this for Madden 20's release, I told you guys, it depends on what you're looking to get, bro. Now, the standard, I don't think many MUT guys get the standard of anything. Most of you guys, like myself, will spend the money for the most expensive version and just get the free stuff. The one thing that I want to point out this year, once we get to the MVP, which is the highest level of the pre-orders, is that you do get a power-up with Lamar Jackson. So if you're planning on keeping that power-up, I just want to know, I don't know if they confirmed it, confirmed it or not. It should be auctionable, I would assume, right? Because more than likely, that power-up itself, if Lamar Jackson is anything that we think he's going to be, that card may be kind of OP. So we're going to get to that once we get to the MVP version. But this right here is the standard version. This is what you're going to get. And as you can see, they're going to be giving you stuff, and it's all based off of MUT. There is nothing else going on with the game. And it's been like that, you know, over the last 3 years or so. They've been giving out bonuses for Madden Ultimate Team. Obviously, we just finished going through the rookie premieres. If you guys have all 10, please write the number 10 in the comment section if you completed the rookie premieres in Madden 20. That's going to be transferable into Madden 21, because that's what the game has become, okay? The money that's made from the game, the competitive series, everything is Madden Ultimate Team. So that's pretty much what it is, and in my opinion, that's what makes the game a little bit more exciting. Now, franchise used to be fun. The last franchise that I had that was really fun was in Madden 25. I don't know exactly what happened since then, but a lot of the things, even for myself, I'm not a diehard franchise guy, but Madden 25 had a lot of things with it that made it a little bit more appealing to play it. I do believe that, and I hear a lot of you franchise guys, I hear your voices about it. Some of you guys are very disappointed with the, some of the abilities and the upgrades that they've added to franchise over the years. But again, with the way that it looks, it's going to continue to go towards MUT. I think that that's what gets people going. Many of us, we can't wait to see the next card. A lot of you guys are still waiting for Sean Taylor. That excitement only comes from MUT. So in all honesty, I think that that's where the series is heading, and that's where it's going to probably end up unless something else dramatically happens. So that's the standard edition. Now we're going to go over to the deluxe, right? So you're going to get 3-day early access, which means that you're going to be able to play the game, the full game, on August 25th. Now, I always want to get the game early because I want to see what's going on before everything starts to unfold. I would recommend any version that gives you the 3-day early access. You don't have to get the next one that we're going to go to, but I would always try to encourage you guys to get the, at least the version that, pretty much gives you early access. All right. Now, this one is going to give you 12 MUT Gold fantasy packs. That's the only difference. So you're going to go up 7, but you're also getting the 3-day access. All right. So that's something that some of you guys saying, yo, Gmi, is it worth it? And I get the same questions year after year after year, and I don't mind answering it. Because what happens is it's all about that edge. Like, what are you going to get, and learn before you run into that head-to-head game, against an opponent that's just wild and savage, and then you have no idea what's going on. Because remember, people are going to be putting out ebooks even before the game comes out. It's hilarious. It won't work, but people will buy it and think that it'll work. This is the situation you have to understand. The early bird gets the worm. It's the oldest cliche in the world, bro. Like, probably not the oldest one, but it's one that most of us know. Even the young, the young guys that are coming through right now watching this video. The earlier you get the game, the easier it is going to be for you to transition. Because more than likely, when the early game is released, you will get an update within that first couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks or so. So you're gonna have to deal with that. That is something that is very, very important, and I want to point that out because I always strive to get the game early, whatever, you know, if it's EA Access, whatever, because I want to see and feel it out and see what's different. Obviously, even though a lot of you guys say Madden stays the same, it's subtle changes that makes it so other things in previous games don't work on the new one. Now, once they start to patch it, it reverts back to some of the things that we may have not really liked in the previous version. But when the game first drops, that's going to give us a gist of what the game is going to be, right? So the 3-day early access is the big thing here for the Deluxe Edition. Because if you grab this, it's like, all right, cool, I'm on, I can stream it. Remember, when they actually give you guys that the go ahead to like stream it and all that stuff like that, it's usually around the time that you get the early release. So you'll have the option to do that if you got a Twitch channel you're trying to get popping, your YouTube. Once they give the okay with that 3-day early access, that might get you more viewers, more attention to your channel. So definitely keep that in mind as well for all of these, all of you young guys that are coming up and coming streamers. You may want to go ahead and do that. Also, I believe once they release everything off of it and there's no other restrictions, you also can post videos and stuff like that. It's usually around that 3-day early access thing. So that's usually when the embargo is lifted on the game. So this could be beneficial to a lot of you guys that are trying to get attention to your channel, just so you know. Now, as far as the packs go, because I know a lot of you guys are like, yo, Gmi, these packs is garbage. More than likely, those 12 packs is gonna have like some things that we've never seen in our life. A melted Snickers bar, a Dookie stain. It's gonna be some really wild stuff. But what if you guys pull something crazy? Last year, I got a ton of tweets of people pulling wild things out of gold packs at launch, and I was raging only for the people that weren't part of the GmiasWorld fam. I love to see my fam eat. So if you're part of the fam and you eating, we all eating. But these dudes are just messaging me out of nowhere like, who are you guys? And they were pulling some really wild stuff. So is it a chance that you might get something glitchy to launch at launch? Yes, it's highly possible, 100% highly possible. Now we jump into the MVP version. All right, now this is the highest level, and this is for MUT heads only. If you're not a MUT head, you don't need to deal with this. This is something you don't have to worry about. Just leave it alone, go back to the Deluxe or get the Standard Edition. Because now you're getting a Lamar Jackson elite item with the power-up. That means that it should be an upgradable card for the rest of the year because it's starting with the base power-up. I've never seen this like this before. It looks like they're gonna make it dynamic from the beginning of the year. So as his cards come out, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to just get them if you're going to keep Lamar Jackson. All right, you get a large quick sell training pack. I think it says like 1,150 training. So training is back. You have the MCS Ultimate Champion packs for every one of those individuals that won a competitive series. You're gonna be able to get one of those coaches. You get your uniform pack again. You get the elite team elite pack. Now I want to note with that elite team pack, they did not disclose if those players are going to be able to go into the power up. In the past, those cards were not able to go into the power up. They were just lower overall cards and they were trash, and you could just use them to start. They did not go into the actual power ups of the actual elite cards. For instance, you would get a JJ Watt that was like an 82 overall, but JJ Watt's base elite was like an 88, the real one that went into the power up. I want to make sure that we're very clear with that. And then you go ahead and get 17 gold team fantasy packs. Okay, so, this is going to be very, very interesting to see how it works. Obviously, for me, this looks like probably the best case scenario. You get the game 3 days early and you start off the game. If it happens to be a game where, if you guys have watched the trailer, that, Lamar Jackson is OP, it might make sense to go ahead and run with this. The one thing I don't like, though, is that if everybody comes out running around with Lamar Jackson early in the year, he's going to have suitable speed. You're going to have to, you're going to probably be forced to spend money because your D-line's going to be trash and you won't be able to chase him down. More than likely, escape artists will be back and dudes will be running around with their butt cheeks out. It's going to be wild and savage. So that might be an advantage for a lot of you guys that are already doing that. The dudes that spam corner routes, hike the ball, run outside, but then complain about me throwing streaks. Those guys, that might be an offense that's still available. Spam it all day, come out in tight, hike it, double team the tackle, run outside the pocket, throw a corner route, like every play, run near close flex, like do what you have to do. But again, this might be a problem. And I just wanted to make sure you guys understand that, if you wanted to start off with the most advantage, because I don't know how much the power up is going to be, but more than likely that power up might cost if the game is loosely based on the way that Madden 20 was. Let me know if you guys agree with me with that. Because if the game is like the way it is now, that card is going to be a lot of coins to start the year. So maybe it'll benefit you to just go ahead and get the MVP edition. You know what I'm saying? Everything else that you guys may have questions and comments about, keep them coming. We're going to be going over a lot of different things as far as the Madden trailer, my reaction to it, and things like that. If you want that video out sooner than later, I'm going to need you to write the number 4 in the comment section. So I'll go ahead and get that ready for you. We'll go over some of the stills and talk about Madden 21. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You go ahead and have a wonderful day. Until next time, one love, y'all.